many of you know, I drive a pink 1959 Morris Minor, for all of you that know that. If you don't know that, I drove a 1959 Morris Minor that was painted pink by one of the previous owners. And in my original video of that Morris Minor, me showing it around after I bought it, I said I was either going to buff out the paint or paint it mint green. Well, the buffing out of the paint did not work. It looked horrible. I only did one fender, and it looked absolutely horrible. So I decided to paint it. And in my review, in my original video of the Morris Minor, I said I was probably going to paint it mint green. They did not have a good mint green at Walmart. So what I have done, if you have watched my Scout review of the 1979 International Scout, you will know that it was originally burnt orange, the Scout. And I made a comment, I'll just play the comment. It's that burnt orange color, which I love that color. I'd love to paint my car that color, but not really that color. I'd like to paint my car like a creamsicle. Yes, so I made a comment saying that my car would look like an orange creamsicle. That's what I wanted to paint it like. Well, I never thought I'd actually paint it like that until now. Let me just take off the square with the question mark in it. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? I like how this came out. I spray painted this. It took about maybe 4 hours to do. That includes the taping up and the spraying. I think it looks really good. It's really good on my budget. So I'm going to show you around this. Yes, so here is the newly orange Morris Minor. It's so shiny with the white roof and the white stripe. For some reason there's this stripe that goes down the thing, so I decided to paint that white. I think it looks really good. I really like this car. Oh, also, I put in the back window, but I didn't have a seal. So what I did was I used silicone. I have a bottle of it in the car still. I believe... yeah, there it is. I used silicone. Ow, my arm is stuck. I used this silicone stuff, 100% silicone. Is what you gotta use, no latex or anything. Yeah. So I used silicone to put in the rear window, but the paint job is magnificent. Of course, it does have a couple drips. Like here, you got a drip. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a drip here. And there's a drip. But they're kind of subtle. Here's a drip. Right there. But I like this car. I like how it came out. I think it came out really, really good. And if you remember, the guy hit it with a Chevrolet Blazer. The previous owner hit it with a Chevrolet Blazer, and it left a giant dent in there. And when I pounded out the dent, it was all brown and rusted. Now that's all oranged up, but you can still see the nick here from the dent. At least it's not sharp like it was before. I sanded it down. Let's check it out more. I'm going to show you all the little details of what I did. So first thing I did, the grill. Sorry about the cows over there. Stop making noise, you two. Yes, so as you can see, the grill is white. I chose this. I could have painted it orange and leaving this section right here around inside of this chrome piece white, but I like the white grill look more. I think it looks cooler. From this angle, you can see my next thing best, and that is the orange rims. Morris Minors came with body-colored rims, and these I painted orange. That is dirt right there from driving up here. But I painted them orange, as you can see, and I put one little touch that not a lot of people will get, and not a lot of people will see these, but white wheel caps. I put white, what are they called? Valve stem caps. I put white valve stem caps. I think it looks pretty good with the white valve stem caps on orange tires. Also, the trafficators are white. I think it's better to look on the other side. That one came out better. The trafficators are white, which is really cool. The door sills, orange. They are not pink anymore. They are orange. Now, I was thinking of painting this gutter white. There's a gutter running along here. I was thinking of painting it orange, but I painted it white instead because I had done about an hour and a half of masking tape, just masking tape, and that would take an additional 10 minutes, and time that I did not have because I finished this car at 9:30 p.m. last night. So, yeah. yeah, what else can I show you? Oh, what I'm going to show you at near the end of the video is, me painting the car. I took some video. But my dream car used to be the Nissan GTR, okay? And then it turned into the Kaiser Darren. If you've ever seen a Kaiser Darren, you should go look up a Kaiser Darren. They're pretty cool. But I'll never own a Kaiser Darren or Nissan GTR, probably. So, the Morris Minor was the third choice in a creamsicle paint job that looks really, really cool. And I basically made this my dream car because I know how everything works. I got it restored. So this is basically the end of the restoration on this car is this paint job. This car is so cool. I got it restored and I painted it the paint color I wanted to paint it because I thought it was cool. You can see the bumpers painted the color of the car. I have scissors. First thing I have to do is snip off this AAA thing because it's only mounted on with zip ties. I'm gonna mount it on the proper way when I do it. When I put the car back on, I just put this on here when I was restoring the car, so it was just put on with zip ties. So there's the thing. Let's mask up the car. About an hour and a half in the future. This is looking pretty good. Everything's taped up. I did not have enough newspaper to do the entire windshield, so I did around it. As long as I'm not crazy with the spray cans, it should work. But I taped up all the windows. Again, I didn't have enough to do the rear windows. All this is taped up, and I've started painting it. I think it looks pretty good. There's an owl out there. But we will see the end result sometime later in the video. Okay, here we are, about another 20 minutes later. We got the whole side painted. I think it looks pretty good. Definitely looks pretty good. I did have a little trouble right here. As you can see, it dripped a little bit right there. And there's a little bit of... there's a drip. But there's some orange peel because the paint on top, underneath this has orange peel. But I think it's looking pretty good. If you were wondering, it's 8:04 p.m. right now. But I still got a lot to go. Okay, here I am about 2 hours from when I started. Look at how nice it looks. This is nice. This is really nice. I'm sure you got that drip there. That's because it didn't harden right. It didn't dry right. It's not dry yet, but I think this came out really nice. Now I gotta do the roof. And then the door sills. Because hopefully, after I'm done doing the roof, the body will be dry and I can do the door sills in there because they're still pink. And about 3 hours after I started, a lazy person would call this done. I am not a lazy person though. Well, I am a lazy person, but if it's my own thing, I'm not a lazy person. So, a lazy person would call this done because I think it looks pretty good. We've got the roof painted and everything. So, but I will not call it this is a lazy person done. I am not done because door sills. Let's do the door sills. Okay, so this is about done as the first coat. The first coat is done. The roof is done, all nice. Everything's nice. The windows are dusty. They're not painty, they're dusty. But, I'm going to return tomorrow morning, probably about 8 a.m., and, do a second coat if it's all running, because I see streaks. Because I can't, see it right now, because, yeah, you can't see anything right now. It is very dark. You can't see anything, and it is 8:46 p.m., so I'm going to leave this till tomorrow. It is now the next morning. It is 7:42 a.m., and I'm looking at the car. Of course, it's raining outside, because late summer New Jersey rain is constant. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when I can't see while painting. So obviously you got the rust showing through. This is not drips right here. This is water from the rain. It's raining. Over here is the worst of it. This drip right here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is a drip. So I'm gonna sand that down and repaint it because I got way too much paint. Yeah, there's a drip there. There's one there. Surprisingly, over here where I was having drip problems, there's none. That's just weird. Going over here, there's a bug. Yeah, there's a bug there. Continuing walking, checking out the inside of the car. Wow, I think this came out really... I didn't paint the door there. I think this came out really nice. Yeah, look in here. Here's the parts that I took off the license plates and everything. And one taillight, the other taillight's right here. In the back, look at this. Look what it looks like. Wow. There's the steering wheel. No paint got inside the car, which is good. Oh wait, some did. I have to clean that out. Oh, I know how that got in. That's on the inside. Yeah, that happened when I painted these. But I'll just scrape it off with a razor blade. No big deal. So, I would call this a success. Wow, this roof is leaky, but no missing paint on the car. I think this was a success. So I'm going to sand it down. Oh, by the way, I couldn't see what I was doing, and this is the worst drip on here. This bubbly drip here. This is the worst one. But I couldn't see what I was doing, so... yeah, I think that's pretty good for not being able to see what you're doing. So, I'm going to finish it all up, and I'll show you the finished product. Finished product. Basically, I took the wheels off so I could paint them, and they look really good. So yeah, this is done. All I gotta do is wait for the wheels to dry and put them back on. I really like how it came out. It took me over a night to finish. This is some rust there from this giant dent. If you remember when it was pink, it had a big dent. That's painted over, so it's got this weird jagged edge, but I think this looks pretty good. Back to you, future me. So, thanks for watching.